guys, welcome back to Bear Strong's YouTube channel. Great wee video lined up for you today. Give you a wee bit more of an insight as to my training recently and how my training's been going. First off guys, before we go any further, Bear Strong shakers are now in stock. Red, black. Same as always for me, two favourite colours. Grab them at www.bearstrong.co.uk/shop. Do us another favour, grab yourself a t-shirt or something like that as well. Help raise awareness, help keep the brand growing, but also it helps keep the actual brand alive right now, because Bear Strong's not really doing too much obviously with the whole situation we're in at the moment. So it really helps to keep the business actually afloat right now. So any support would be amazing. Buy yourself a shaker, t-shirts, hoodies, everything is pretty much in stock or it's on its way this week. There's a whole pile of new stuff coming that looks absolutely awesome, and I seriously can't wait for it all to get here. So on to our video. So today I'm going to talk you through a training session that we done today, and the session is made up of chest, tries, and I think it's chest, triceps and hamstrings. But to give you a bit of an indication as to what type of training I'm doing at the moment and why I'm doing that type of training, around about when COVID happened, slightly before it, business had really sort of took off. Bear Strong was getting really busy, and the gym was getting busy and all the rest of it, and just life was very busy work-wise, and I definitely neglect diet, I neglected training. I just sort of got into a bad rut training-wise. I sent my bloods off, got my bloods checked, and they came back and it was seriously bad. So bad I was told there in the end to go to A&E. My blood levels were all over the show. Blood was too thick. It was just cholesterol was too high. Just really unhealthy. And just not looking after myself. If you're going to go round at 150 kilo, you have to go round at a healthy 150 kilo. And I probably got lazy and I didn't look after myself. So it was a huge wake-up call. It was a wake-up call that I did need. I do want to keep getting stronger, and I don't want to slip back again on my strength training. But I did have to address it. Obviously diet got changed, got cleaned up 90%. I still have the odd treat here and there. I'm not just pure chicken, rice and broccoli situation. I'm enjoying my food, I'm enjoying cooking my food, and it has made a huge impact already. I started taking a lot more supplements, a lot more vitamins than I would have took before, and a lot of supplements to help aid and digestion and kidney and heart function and blood, and just a lot of supplements that help to support them systems. Training wise then, I was talking to a friend of mine. I actually shared a video. I was in some shape, and I was looking at it, and I was looking at the video, and I said to him, I says, I need to get back into this shape. And he says, plain and simple. He says, just what were you doing back then that got you into that shape? And he says, just do it again and it'll happen. And 110%, he was right. We're about 2 or 3 months in now, and body's changing massively, far healthier, far more energy. Feel far fitter, breathing far better, just more energy during the day. I'm not falling asleep at night. Just some things about a rotator cuff injury at the moment, and it hinders bench press and stuff like that, so I can't really max it. But I'm going on to other machines, and it's just full stack weights, and it's feeling really good. So another thing was, back then I was training with a good friend of mine, and one of the guys who works with me in the gym, Dylan Merrigan. I'll stick his Instagram down here. So yeah, I was training with Dylan then. We were training together 3-4 times a week. It did make a huge difference, and I realised that Dylan comes from a bodybuilding background more so than a strongman, although he has done the odd strongman competition. He's very disciplined, very disciplined, very focused in everything he does. Rubs off on you. It does rub off on you very quick, and it keeps your focus there, so that when you do leave the gym and you're at home, you're that wee bit more focused and putting the work in at home, and not just when you're training. We always trained well together, always pushed each other very well. Always a great fun during the sessions, and they're always hard sessions, and there is a very competitive thing between the two of us. So he done a set extra, I would have to do it. I would never let him get one up on me type of thing. Okay, so the session we did today was chest, triceps and hamstrings. And I'm going to have to pretty much do all this off memory because I have a rough idea, but I left the training sheet at home. First up was dumbbell press. At the moment is now more heavier sets, so we've dropped the reps way down. Most of our sets is based on 6 reps or less. We're starting to try and push weight. Now this is only the second week going into this, so I would say joints and that there aren't 100% ready for it. But it just feels that all the strength's there within the muscle. It's just like your joints and your ligaments just need a wee bit more time, need a couple more weeks to get sort of used to it again. So we started on flat dumbbell press, banged it out. I think it was 6 sets in total. I felt really, really strong at it. I worked up to the 55s. I think Dill worked up to, I think he wasn't far off 55s. No, he was worked up to 50s and he felt a slight tear just in the side. So he just decided to stay. It went down to 45s, just didn't want to push it any further. But, both of us, really feeling really strong at it. So next up we moved on to pec deck. Now, it was supposed to be flies, but the reason we moved on to pec deck was I have a rotator cuff problem, which flies. I know pec deck opens it up the same way, but it doesn't open it up with pec deck you have more control under the weight than dumbbells. Pec deck surprised the life out of me. Like I done my first set of 10 and a set of 8 and then put 6 on, set of 6, and I banged it out like it was nothing. Like it was genuinely so easy, so I just went full rack. The full rack just felt like exactly the same as the set that was in it before. It was just like getting incredibly easy, so it's definitely going the right direction. That was a big wake up call because I've never done full stack before on the pec deck. And I haven't really religiously been training it either, week in, week out, so it's good that, that strength is developing there, and I guess the past 3 weeks I've done a lot of consistent chest work, which isn't like me, so yeah, strength's really grown strong, so both of us have a good set on that. Again, it was heavy work, it wasn't high reps, it's, we're focusing on the heavy stage at the moment, so it was all relatively heavy work. After that, we moved on to... No, we didn't. Yes, we did. No, Smith machine. Went on the Smith machine next. Put up some decent weight in the Smith machine. I admit I'm not that comfortable pressing on the Smith machine. I find with flexibility quite difficult for me, coming all the way down and not being able to move the bar. Maybe it's a good thing. I do still do it and I like to have it as a regular part of my training. My main issue with it is just the flexibility side of things, and then the wrists with the racking of it as well kills me, because after bloody 11 years of strongman my wrists are fucked. But we got good. I think we went up to 140, but I know did the 220s and the 10s, so we did 120 and it was nice and it was comfortable, and I was happy enough. I definitely could have pushed more, but I will be pushing more in the next one. Say, when it comes to the chest, I'm just that heart feared, at the moment, just with this rotator cuff, that if I push it too hard and I go too hard at it, that it might be really bad for me. So after Smith machine, we moved on to triceps. The first exercise, we changed it up. Originally, it was supposed to be skull crushers to over the head ropes. Main reason for doing that is, again, the skull crushers with my wrists. My wrists are just band jacks from years of strongman training, so we changed it to the over the head rope extensions instead. Nice and strong. Again, I was able to, and triceps, like, it takes a lot of weight to really stress my triceps. With the over the head one, it's stabilising the abs, and your full body's having to support it, and I feel my abs today from doing it. Went from over the head extensions onto tricep pushdowns. Went really, really heavy again, sort of full stack. Again, but it's not big reps, it was about 6 reps, and I'm definitely going to have to look into getting an attachment put onto the machines that I can properly push myself in, because I'm not overly pushing myself just yet. And some of the reasons for that is that the stacks just don't hold enough weight. So I'm going to need to get attachments so I can put more weight onto the stacks. So after that, we're going to move on to hamstrings. Started off on the lion curl. First week I started doing heavy lion curls. I literally thought I'd torn my hamstrings. And the back of my legs were just killing me. I never felt pain like it. but it wasn't the case. It was just a real beating that they needed. After that, I feel my hamstring size is flying on at the moment, which is really good. I'm feeling not more comfortable now, but it's, it's not that rip and tearing that it initially was at the start. We done our hamstring curls again. It was a couple of 10, 12 reps, warmed up, and then dropped down and moved into to heavy sets of 68s. After that, we moved on to straight leg deadlifts, and we started doing straight leg deadlifts on our brand new belt squat machine. We originally got it for belt squatting so that you could squat without putting a load in your back, but it has turned out it is an amazing piece of kit. Like, it's fucking brilliant. We could do loads of different exercises on it, and it really, really hits your hamstrings doing a straight leg deadlift like nothing else I've done before. And the main reason that is because whenever you're going bent over, your arse can't go too far back. Your arse hits the post, so it keeps your bum more forward, and then you bend over and you're getting a better stretch up the hamstrings. Whereas before, when you do it, your bum's tempted to go back, and the hamstrings are like that instead of like that. So we're getting far more contrast onto the hamstrings, like, the huge stretch, it just literally after 6-8 reps, like, you're dying, like, it's really, really good. So great addition to the gym. So we finished off on that again, nice and heavy. Definitely could go heavier. I just don't want to, I am pushing my body from where it has been lately, not where it's always been, but I am pushing it. I just don't want to, I could have went in, probably put another 100 kilo in that and done 6 reps, but I just know that, after 11 years of competing, when your body's ready to lift heavy and where you're going to be throwing the dice and gambling lifting heavy. So I'd rather just take the time and increase it every week instead of, just jumping in and going off for it. That was 21-year-old me, that's not 31-year-old me. Right, so that's it all done. That was our session finished. It took us about an hour and a half to get through that there. It was a great session, really well videoed from John. I can't promise that going forward the videos are going to be the same, because most of the time it's more than likely going to be me on the Osmo or with my camera. But we're going to figure it out, because I need to figure it out if I'm going to deliver a lot more videos. I can't keep relying on other people to video and edit. I need to get the hang of this stuff myself so we can properly grow this here channel and get it out there and make it bigger. It's grown well, I think. Like the fact we've only been at this a year, it's grown well. It's getting there. I think there's huge potential for it to grow more. It's all going in the right direction. Again, guys, huge thank you for everybody who's been buying the Bear Strong merchandise. It means a lot to me, because, as I say, it's the only income, it's the only support the business has at the moment, is you guys buying merchandise. So whoever's bought a t-shirt, a hoodie, thank you so much. Remember, these shakers are now available. I think there's like 8 pairs of the Bear Strong socks, the Pride socks, available. But there's shitloads of stuff coming in and that is in at the moment, that we're trying to push out and get out to you guys as quick as we can. So I hope everybody stays safe. I hope everybody's doing okay. I know this is a really difficult time mentally for a lot of people, but guys, stay strong. I know you have it in you, and I'll not be long until we're back to normal and we can start meeting up again and having fun and turn and yeah. Stay safe, guys. See you soon. Take care.
Bear Strong.